Hi, I'm Brian Talley, and we're in the midst of our 2018 harvest. And I have to say, you guys are the best group of interns that we've ever had. And no, I don't say that to every intern every year. But as we were sharing, we had a really great conversation about 2 weeks ago over lunch, where you guys started asking me some really cool questions. And it was so thought-provoking, I thought, well, let's do that again now, but we'll capture it on video. So with that, first of all, I want to introduce you guys. We've got Jeremy, Allie, and Noah. And again, you guys are awesome. So Jeremy, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, this question really came from just kind of walking around and looking at the facility we have now and wondering what it was like, when you guys first started and how things have changed and what you've done to kind of grow this business into what we see today.
Well, what this business was like back in 1986, which was our first vintage, was a little tiny room that was adjacent to a vegetable cooler over at Talley Farms. And so the buildings that you see here, with the exception of the Rincon Adobe, none of those were here. And what's happened since that time is that this business has grown about 35 times because we made a little bit less than 1,000 cases in that first vintage, and this year you guys will be responsible for producing about 35,000 cases. So that's really been a remarkable growth. And while I would like to describe it as very thoughtful and strategic, a lot of it has been very organic, really driven by the demand for our products. And the other thing that's important to emphasize is really the contribution of all of the people that work here. It's folks like you guys that are really doing all the work here. So thanks for that. Allie.
All right, if you could go back to school right now, fresh out of high school, do you think that you would be studying wine and viticulture, or would you still do history and economics?
Well, that's a hard question for me for a couple of reasons. One is I figured out when I was in college, by the way, I attended UC Berkeley, that I was not a very strong science student. So I would struggle with all the chemistry classes that you guys have to take. I'm very much more of a writer, and liberal arts is really my strength. The other thing that I've realized is that I really enjoyed my time away from here. I was born and raised in Arroyo Grande, which at that time was about half the size of UC Berkeley. And it was really nice to get away, get exposed to some new ideas and some new people. So maybe, I guess, if the wine and vit program was kind of a liberal arts major that was at UC Berkeley, then that's what I would have done.
Okay.
Noah.
So I was wondering, what is your vision for Talley while you're still here, and then what is the legacy that you're trying to leave when you retire?
And so thinking more about that longer term question about my legacy, my personal mission is to take the opportunity that I was given, make it better during the time that I'm here, and pass that on to the next generation. We are blessed with 10 members of the fourth generation, and those folks, including both my daughters, Elizabeth and Olivia, are starting to really express interest in coming back to the business, which makes me feel very good. So that's what I want my legacy to be, that I was able to leave it in better condition than when it started. And what am I working on right now? Making it better. We need to make this business more profitable right now so that it really continues to sustain itself into the future. And so that's what I'm really focused on right now.
Awesome.
All right, well, thank you guys very much. Very provocative questions, and we'll do it again sometime.
Thank you.